Hello everyone out there in YouTube land, and welcome back to my channel for yet another candle review. So today I'm going to be talking about Bath & Body Works Lighthouse in the 14.5 ounce 3-wick jar. As you can see, I've gotten through most of this candle, so I feel like I have a good enough grasp of what it smells like to be able to review it for you. I bought this candle because it's just so strange. This is part of the Seaside Escapes collection that had the little nautical lids. A lot of people said that this was the ugliest candle in the collection. I think actually the suntan one was the ugliest one because it had the nautilus shell that looked like a sea slug on it, just the way it was, you know. Anyway, people said this was ugly because of the contrasting colors, the yellow with the blue and white lighthouse and then the red wax. It just didn't seem to go together, and neither do the notes that are listed on the candle. So the description says, a beacon of beautiful fragrance for your home and a blend of sea glass, sea foam, and a hint of sparkling sand. Now, I know that I'm just as guilty as other reviewers of saying that sea glass, sea foam, and sand doesn't have a scent, so how could it be a candle? But the fact is, those things do have a scent. Sea foam does have a scent, and sea glass and sand does have a scent. Just like a plastic bag has a scent, and concrete has a scent, and bricks have a scent, and, you know, everything has a scent, pretty much. Paper has a scent, but it's not something that you would want to perfume your home with. So anyway, let's get into what it smells like and what's actually in here. So, sea foam, for those of you who don't know, I already knew what sea foam was. At least I had an idea. When you go to the beach, the waves crash onto the sand, it makes foam on top. That's sea foam. But what's actually in sea foam? So, according to Wikipedia, sea foam is created by the agitation of seawater, which we knew, particularly when it contains higher concentrations of dissolved organic matter, including proteins, lignins, and lignins, I can't say that word, lignins, and lipids. So, dissolved organic matter. And you would think it would smell like seawater, you know, or the beach. It does not smell like that at all. It doesn't smell like the ocean. It doesn't smell like salt water. It doesn't smell like the beach at all. So let's move on to the next ingredient, sea glass. Now, sea glass, I've never actually picked up a handful of sea glass and smelled it. So, sea glass is physically and chemically weathered glass found on beaches along bodies of salt water. And then it just goes on to say, you know, what's in it and stuff like that. Comes from fresh water and in most cases has a different pH balance. That's beach glass. Is different from sea glass. Anyway, so sea glass. It doesn't smell like it would have to have salt water in it or some kind of water scent. It doesn't smell like water. It doesn't smell like seawater. It doesn't smell like salt water. It doesn't smell like ocean in any way. So then there's the third ingredient, which is sand. And we all know what sand smells like. You've been to the beach, you lay on a beach towel, you smell the sand. I think we all know what sand smells like. Sand is a naturally occurring granular material composed of finely divided rock and mineral particles. So does this smell like rocks and minerals? Not really. I'll tell you what does smell like sand. White sand, which is a much better candle. This smells like granulated sand and sort of like an oceany, perfumey scent. So I think the description on this would be appropriate for this candle. Like if you said this is sea foam, sea glass, and sand, I would say, yeah, I could believe that. But, and this is one of the greatest candles ever. Just in case you guys find it and can pick it up, I highly recommend. But let's get back to the candle at hand, which is Lighthouse. So, what does it smell like? To me, it smells like, it has like a fruity scent to it. I don't know what fruit it would be. I can't really tell you what fruit it would be. It's just like a vague fruit scent, and then it has like a perfume quality to it. So it's like, it's fruity and it's kind of perfumey. It's really odd. It's hard to identify. That perhaps that's why they said, okay, let's call it these three things. The sea foam, sea glass, and sand. Maybe that was their thinking. But as far as the performance, the candle burned clean and even. There is some residue, as I've been finding with a lot of the Bath & Body Works candles these days. Scent throw was really abysmal. Scent throw I would list at maybe about a 2, 3, and that's being kind. I would say it's about a 2. You have to be sitting right next to it in order to smell it. And even when you can smell it, it doesn't really smell good. It smells odd. So it smells odd. Scent throw was not great. What else? Oh, and I noticed that the scent throw maybe started around a 3, and then as the candle went through its life, usually candles get stronger as they go down, but this candle actually got weaker as it went down. So maybe it started at about a 3, and then at this point it's basically a 1 bordering on unscented. So would I recommend this candle again? No. I would not buy it again. I wouldn't recommend that you guys buy it. Unless you're a curiosity seeker, you know, somebody who's just got to try the candle because it's so darn weird, then by all means, have at it. But that's what I did. I said, oh, it's so strange. It's so ugly and strange and weird. That's kind of what people say about Malcolm. No, I shouldn't say that about Malcolm. Yeah, it's for all those reasons I had to try it. And now that I have tried it, I can honestly say I don't like it. I really don't. So this candle gets a thumbs down from me. I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope it was helpful to you in your candle purchasing. And remember to comment, rate, and subscribe. And until next time, goodbye everyone out there in YouTube land.